The next question we have is from Diana Hawkins from Empire State College, and she asks, Chancellor Zimpher, will you please comment on SUNY's commitment to technology, distance learning, and plans or growth in these areas? Also, please comment on how the university system will support non-traditional and military students in the future.
Well, Diana, thanks for that question, and thank you for your commitment to Empire State. By the way, my very first ball cap from any SUNY campus came from Empire State University. I believe the color was orange, so my first comment was, I love orange, Diana. That said, I personally am a huge advocate in distance learning, and I can say to you at the University of Cincinnati, we have believed to be some of the largest distance learning programs for the state of Ohio. I've learned what it takes to person distance learning programs. I know that the quality of student advising and access to faculty members presents a real responsibility to get it right and do it well. But I absolutely believe that the quality of distance learning can, in its own way, be comparable to the quality of residential learning. I've learned how to present distance learning programs to our accreditors so that they really understand that we stand for quality. And I am optimistic that we will expand our distance learning exponentially for the State University of New York. So I'll look for leaders like Empire State and other campuses that are already well engaged, and I'll be a promoter. What I would say, Diana, about assistance for what we might call non-traditional students, although I have to issue a caveat. Maybe today most students are non-traditional, coming to campus, but also stepping out or being employed at the same time or mixing their residential experience with a distance learning experience. You're very savvy consumers, and so you seek out what's available to you. So particularly for our veterans and for military, given the nation's renewed commitment to GIs and to the new GI Bill, we have had a planning committee at the University of Cincinnati to be the most ambitious provider of military and veterans education in Ohio. So I'm going to bring that ambition with me. I know that our veterans need some special support systems. They need a sensitivity to timing, to the fact that they have families. And of course, if we were to become the destination university for our vets, we'd bring them into New York, and maybe not only those who are native New Yorkers, but we could actually bring people to New York who would get educated here as veterans and then stay to live and work here. So both of these novel and innovative educational processes are pretty high on my radar.
Thank you very much. Our next question comes from Rachel Hunter from Jefferson County Community College. What are your long-term goals for SUNY, and how do you plan to raise awareness of SUNY? Also, how will you address financial aid in your strategic plan?
Well, those are three really important questions. Let me begin with long-term planning. And again, Rachel, thank you for a very, very good question. The charge of the Board of Trustees for me as your new chancellor is to lead a strategic planning process, a vision for the State University of New York that pays particular attention to the campus plans that already exist, the diversity of mission and vision on each of our 64 campuses, to work hard, however, at articulating what it is that together we can do that is greater than anything we would do alone. I think you'll hear from me a lot of talk about collaboration and partnership. It is my intent, however, to engage you in this strategic plan. It will begin as I visit the 64 campuses through June, July, and August. I'll be asking you questions when I'm on your campus about your ambitions, not only for your campus, but for the whole of the State University of New York. I'll be collecting input. I've already read 2 times, I think I'm on my 3rd reading of the Commission on Higher Education's report of a year or so ago. That will provide input. We will tap the constituencies across the state, not only faculty, staff, and students, but our alumni and our friends and legislative leaders. And my commitment is to have at least a 5-year plan with a 10-year projection available for the general public sometime in the spring of 2010. But rest assured, we're going to find a very direct way for representation of the Student Assembly to inform this plan. If I were speculating, Rachel, I would say it will cover our academic aspirations, our collective research initiatives, issues of access, issues of accessibility, our relationship with elementary and secondary education, and our role in economic development. But you are going to help provide the skin on those, the meat on those bones, if you will. That said, you asked me also if I could read my own writing. I think it's about access and about financial aid. So I want you to know that I think access to high-quality education is just about the most important gift we give to the state of New York and to this country. I know that it involves being well prepared for college. That's work we need to do with high schools, junior high schools, middle schools, elementary schools. I know that access involves knowing how to select the right place to go to college, and I think we have systems in place, but we can grow more. And I know, most importantly, access is a function of financial aid and support. So I'm going to be with you as your advocate for both state and federal support for bringing down the cost of higher education by enabling tuition support and supporting universities so that we can keep the tuition affordable for you. Did I miss something, Rachel?
I think she also asked how you plan to raise awareness of SUNY in general.
Yeah, that's the word. I couldn't read my own writing, David, so you'll have to help me out. Well, I'm really committed as Chancellor to being a spokesperson for the wonderment that is SUNY. Already, the day that my appointment was announced, we had a number of media events. We had television exposure, we had radio exposure, we had a lot of print media exposure, a lot of web exposure. So I hope to be an inspiring advocate for the State University of New York. I'm very eager to advance our web presence. I'm delighted that the Student Assembly took me right into YouTube the very first day my appointment was announced. I think we can use the vehicles that you find most convenient. Obviously, that might be YouTube. We'll get into blogging, to Twitters, and whatever 3 months from now is the latest technique for communication. So I hope that we are everywhere and that we use all of these devices to tell the story of the State University of New York and your campus.
Thank you.